I hope you're all well. As you can see from the title, I have decided to try a vegan diet and I'm loving it so far. I want it to be a long-term life change for me, so the whole reason that I decided to try a vegan diet was because I watched a documentary called What the Health, and I have had so many of you guys on here, like if I've ever talked about healthy eating, or even when I talk about like minimalism and how our family was hit quite hard with cancer and how I just wanted us to all be nice and healthy and just decrease our risks of developing any kind of diseases like cancer or diabetes, anything like that. So many people have said to me, you need to watch this documentary. And I'm not going to talk about it too much because I feel like if this is something that interests you, you should go and watch it. But the general gist of it is that meat and eggs and dairy can increase your chances of developing certain diseases. So for example, eating 1 egg a day is just as bad as smoking 5 cigarettes a day in terms of increasing your chances of heart disease. However, websites like, this was all in America, so it wouldn't be the British Heart Foundation, but like the US, I don't know what the exact one is, but like US Heart Foundation, for example, were recommending meal ideas that included eggs, like Eggs Benedict and scrambled egg on toast. And this guy was just like, well, it's really weird that you would recommend something that's actually increasing these people's chances of developing the disease that you're working so hard to fight against. And it was the same with the cancer charities and diabetes, and all of them. He called, he emailed, he even turned up at the offices just to ask them, you know, why are you recommending these meals? And no one would talk to him. It worked out after doing a lot of research that it was because corporations in the meat industry and the dairy industry and the egg industry were funding these charities. So for example, a company that produce and sell eggs were paying billions of pounds to this heart charity to keep them running. So the charities were basically choosing to have money pumped into their company, which of course they need. They need to pay staff wages, they need to fund their research, but then it's counterproductive because they were recommending all these bad things. That's the general gist of it. There is so much more into it. I would really recommend that you watch it because I feel like I need to watch it again actually, just to kind of remind myself of the stats, because whenever people ask me, I'm not very good at explaining it, and I'm always very wary about getting the facts wrong because, you know, I know nothing. I'm so new to this and I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to say the wrong thing. This isn't at all like a, you guys should all be vegan and if you eat meat and dairy and eggs you're not healthy. Like, that's not at all what this is. This is just my personal choice, something that I'm trying out to see how it goes. So anyway, I watched that back in December and it put me off cow's milk straight away because there was this whole thing about how a lot of cow's milk has pus in it, and where I am trying to gain weight, this is something I'll talk about in another video, I was drinking like 3 or 4 glasses of cow's milk a day to try and get the calories in, and it was helping me to gain weight. But now the thought of drinking a glass of cow's milk just makes me feel sick. So straight away I just stopped with that. It put me off meat a little bit, but over Christmas I did still have pigs in blanket and turkey and everything like that. But I started researching into it, and because kind of this time last year I was looking into minimalism and positivity and really trying to change our family's lives for the better, I kind of wanted to make another big change, so I knew that I really wanted to try doing it. So yeah, I did loads and loads of research, and from I'd say Boxing Day, I think is the last time that I had any meat whatsoever. I haven't had eggs and I haven't had dairy, as in I haven't had any cheese or glass of milk or anything like that. But there have been a couple of little times that I've either accidentally or on purpose cheated. So on one occasion I was around my mum's house and she had Thornton's chocolates, which I'm aware have cow's milk in, and I had 3 of them. I did a bolognese one night and I used corn mince, and I genuinely thought that it was vegan, but when I looked at the pack afterwards it has kind of like milk extract or egg white extract, so it's not like an egg's been cracked in it or milk's been poured in it, but there's like extracts of it. I also had a protein shake from my usual protein powder, but that's made with whey protein, which is from milk, I think. So I've now got a vegan protein powder. Oh, my butter. So I went and got Flora because on the side of it said 100% of oils in the Flora are plant-based, but it's not. It's just 100% of the oils, but the oils don't make up 100% of the actual spread. Now I changed it to the free from Flora, so that's fine. So, you know, it's not like I caved and ate a scrambled egg or a beef burger. I can't strictly say that I've been vegan like for a whole week, but I'm close. So in terms of how I'm feeling, I haven't craved meat at all. I've had the odd occasion where I've craved a glass of cold milk, and I know I could have almond milk or soy milk or coconut milk, cashew milk, but it just doesn't taste the same. It doesn't have that, like, I don't know, like the consistencies are quite similar, and obviously it's still milk, but it's just not the same. But even though I've had that craving, I haven't done it. I just think of pus when I think of cow's milk, so I haven't done that. And a couple of times I've actually just had black tea because I've been at people's houses and they haven't had any alternatives to cow's milk. So yeah, that's it in terms of cravings. I have been really tired. Even if I get a full night's sleep, I wake up quite tired. Throughout the day I'm a little tired, a little like lethargic and just a bit ugh. But I don't know if that's because the end of my first week of being vegan coincided with the beginning of my time of the month. It also coincided with Jensen not sleeping very well for like 4 days in a row. I don't know if that's just kind of had a bit of a knock-on effect. Obviously I know that I've cut out a third of, not the amount of food that I had, if anything I'm eating a lot more, but the types of food that I was having. So I don't know if it's just my body kind of getting used to things. Also, my skin has been terrible. I probably can't tell from here because I've got makeup on, but I've come out in so many spots. A lot of them are around my jawline, which is hormonal, and that is something that I do get when it is my time of the month. I'm thinking maybe it's just like all the toxins coming out and my body just kind of detoxing a little bit, or maybe it's just because I'm having like an overload of carbs. They're probably my only real side effects, but I'm hoping that, you know, next week and the week after, when I haven't got kind of time of the month and a sleepless baby and stress of other things, that, you know, if I still feel like it, then I'll know it is the diet, and if I don't feel like it, then I know it was just those things anyway. I have found that because I do want to gain weight, but I do need to have more calories, otherwise I am just going to lose weight. If normally I would have, say, a beef burger, having the equivalent, like a falafel burger or something, obviously is going to be less calories. So I would then need to have a larger portion, so maybe some extra fries with it, just to kind of make up the calories. What I found is that even though I'm actually having larger portions, like now I'm having like 3 or 4 slices of toast in the morning rather than just 2, or like I make these really nice vegan pancakes and I have like 6, whereas normally I would have maybe 3. I'm still hungry in between, so I'm having a huge breakfast, a huge lunch, a huge dinner, and big snacks in the middle. And I think it's because normally I'd have maybe a normal sized beef burger, but I'd feel sluggish and I'd just feel a bit like crap afterwards and I wouldn't want to eat for hours. Whereas now I'm having like a huge falafel burger, but because it's all goodness, I'm then hungry like an hour later to have something else that's nice and healthy, and even though it's big, it's light. So yeah, I haven't felt like sluggish or bloated or gross in a while. Well, that's it. That's how my first kind of week has gone. Obviously, I want to be really honest with you guys. So yeah, there are downsides. My skin has been quite bad. I have been quite tired. I have cheated a little bit, so I'm not at all going to lie and say, yep, I'm vegan, that's it. I'll never touch meat, eggs and dairy again. I'm just going to see how it goes. If I benefit from it, then great. If I don't, then maybe I'll start introducing other things again. But I don't know, we will see. Well, I hope you like this. If you are vegan or vegetarian, or you're not but you're thinking of maybe becoming it, then let me know below, because it'll be really nice to kind of have other people to go along this journey with. And yeah, please do give this a big fat thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye!